world bench, and it was great to chat to her. So, look, we're really grateful to be chatting to you now, Claude, as well. So, Claude Alex
Perfect.
Guimont. I had it. I had it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Champions, the powerlifting edition. Uh, we're really happy to chat to you.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you guys for having me once again.
Yeah, perfect. So the point of these, as you know, is to chat about powerlifting, chat about who you are, your journey, give you a platform to share a little bit of your story with the world. And you're now coming to South Africa for Commonwealth, saying your first international. How does that feel?
It feels really good, honestly. Yeah, really feeling very grateful for that opportunity because I mean it's like a big thing, like to represent like your home country to go to go to a competition. So yeah, I'm just feeling very blessed and very happy to be able to do that. But yeah, so feeling a bit stressed, not gonna lie. I mean, the meet is getting closer and closer, especially with like the long traveling and everything.
Yes.
I think my first flight is about 27 hours with like the layovers.
Oof.
So I'm pretty pretty scared about that because this will also be like my longest traveling
Right.
ever. So yeah, just
Sure.
yeah.
Are you coming via Dubai or Qatar? How are you flying in?
Yes. I live in Montreal, so I will
Yeah.
have a layover in New York and then another
Okay.
layover in Kenya, and then I'll be
Oh,
coming
okay,
in
cool.
from Kenya. Yeah.
Okay, Kenya is a great airport, really good coffee as well. So can
Oh,
highly
very great.
recommend that. And yeah, so if you need a good wake up, it's great. So you just ask them for their local coffee, and something that's really good. So it's a fun
Perfect.
trip. It's a lot of east to west as well. But the arriving at the airport in Johannesburg, our international airport, it's it's not that big. It's easy to find your way. So you disembark from the
Oh, okay.
plane, you walk
Perfect.
straight basically, you go down an escalator through passport control, you're right at the baggage, you get your bags, you walk straight past customs and out the door, and then you'll see the guys there with the signs to pick you up for the shuttle to Sun City. And that's a lovely drive. That's about 2 hours, and you're at the hotel, check in, drop your bags, and you're done. And you get to see quite a bit of
Perfect.
Johannesburg, a bit of South Africa. So it's a fun ride. So how did you get
Perfect.
how did you get into powerlifting? How did your journey start?
Yep, so I got into powerlifting at first. I was playing hockey. I was playing
Hmm.
D1 hockey.
Okay.
So when COVID happened, I was pretty much forced to stop playing because I was playing like with my school.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was forced to stop playing. So I just started training at my house just to get like more training and just like to come back a better hockey player.
Hmm.
But then I just started like lifting a bit of heavier weights, and then I was this is pretty fun. So I just got into it, looked it up, saw some like Russell Orhe videos, some Sean Noriega videos, and then just fell in love with the sport. And then yeah, this is pretty much how I started powerlifting, just to become a better athlete, but
Right.
completely changed path right after COVID.
So you're happy you're sticking with powerlifting. You're in love with the sport. So,
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
okay,
much better at powerlifting than hockey.
okay, fair enough. But what is it about powerlifting that you love so much? What made you decide to switch sports?
Yeah, well, I just feel like it has such like a big carryover to life
Hmm.
in like a kind of way, because like like some blocks will not be good, and it's just like how life goes. Like like some days will not be super good, some days will be boring, but like it just shows that like if you keep putting in the work, like good things will happen. It's just like having like a bad training cycle and then having like a wonderful one. It's just like
Yeah,
having a couple of bad weeks and then having a beautiful week, and I just think it represents life really well.
absolutely. Everything can be going so well, and then you miss a lift you thought you were going to be getting, or things can be going really badly, and suddenly you hit a lift you never expected, and it can change everything. It's a great life. It's such a wonderful point. Thank you. So, tell us about your first competition. What got you from lifting at home, loving the sport, into competing?
Yes, this is a good question, honestly. So, I would say I was just because my first competition was in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
right in the middle of COVID, pretty much. Well, as it was like getting like less restrictions, well, at
Yes.
least where I'm from. So yeah, I was just lifting once again in my home gym, and then I saw that there would be a competition, so I was like, oh, okay. So I'll just look it up, and then I saw that it has some pretty good numbers, so I said, oh, okay, why not sign up, you know?
Yeah.
So I just ended up competing. It was FQD provincial, so the provincial championship in my province, and yeah, I just ended up placing first, and then I was, oh, okay, I'm pretty good at this, so I just kept on powerlifting after that.
Awesome. So now, what was the journey then to Commonwealth to being able to represent your country?
Yes. Yeah, so I did a couple of like provincials, nationals, etc. And then last February or March, I'm not that sure, but I did
Mm-hmm.
the Westerns Championship. That pretty much like all of like the 83 junior lifters were doing to
Okay.
qualify for international meet. So I ended up doing that meet too, just to be like with all of them and to have like a chance to chip them and just like get my spot to the international team. And that's exactly what I did. But unfortunately, though, for the selections of Commonwealth, I got put into 93s.
Okay.
I don't really know why. It kind of sucks, but
Mm.
yeah, I got put into 93s instead of my regular weight class.
So at least you'll be able to take advantage of all the great food and the great prices of the food in South Africa.
Yes.
So yeah, it might be tough on the platform, but the rewards after that are going to be fantastic.
Yes, exactly. I will eat a lot of food over there.
Good.
I will have a great pleasure doing that.
Yeah, and a lot of meat. We got great meat and at great prices as well. So that's
Perfect.
kind of cool. So for you getting picked to represent Canada in the Commonwealth, what was that moment like when you found out you were on the team?
Yes. It felt really good. I was kind in like a shock, especially because I was like super happy.
Hmm.
And after that, then also like a bit like shocked differently because I was into 93s instead of 83s. So I was
Yes.
just like wondering how that went, you know? 'Cause my body weight at the last meet was 79 kilos. So I'm
Okay.
wondering how they assumed I would be able to fit into the 93s. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. But I was super grateful, super happy. I just jumped in the air and showed that to my mom, my dad, and
Yeah.
everything, and just showed them, hey, I'm on the international team. So yeah, I was
So,
pretty happy.
so how was that for your parents?
They were super happy too. Very proud of me also. So yeah,
Yes.
felt really good to have my parents be proud of me again.
Awesome. It's quite a far distance. Are they coming out with you or are you coming on your own?
Okay, yeah. No, they will not be coming out,
Mm.
but I'll be coming to South Africa with another lifter competing,
Okay.
Humi Huang, the
Yes.
105 junior lifter
Okay.
from Quebec also.
Yeah, we're chatting to Huey in an hour and a bit. So we've got one.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I've got a phenomenal bencher and phenomenal athlete, Philip Wilkins, after you, and then Huey is on. So it's the same link. If you want to jump in and say hi, you can with
Yes,
pleasure. Okay, we can surprise him.
perfect.
Unless
I
he's
will.
watching this. Absolutely awesome.
Perfect.
Cool. So for you, also, I see you're involved in coaching. How did that start?
Yes, that started as I fell in love into like lifting.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have a lot of experience, but I was like really like looking into it and just like finding like a lot of info and everything. And then one of my friends wanted to start powerlifting, and he was like one of my super close friends. Like he was pretty
Mm-hmm.
much living in my house pretty much. So yeah, I just offered him like some free coaching, got up some experience with him. Then he
Mm-hmm.
talked to me about no, well he talked about me to other people. And
Yes.
then I just got more people to coach. At first, I really did not have much experience, but now, like, I mean, like, the more and more experience you get, I
Yes.
mean, the better it gets. And I've been coaching for 3.5 years now. So, like, the
Okay.
first year and a half was, like, more sketchy. And, like, I was not really, like, open to taking anyone else.
Mm.
But then, as I felt like I got more experience, like, more knowledge about all those things, then I just started taking more people. Now I'm currently coaching 27 lifters.
Fantastic. And is this something that you want to pursue? Or is it something just for the side, or is it what you want to build your life around for now?
Yes, well, yes. I'm currently studying in kinesiology, so I still want to
Okay,
always work in like
perfect.
that like performance like
Yes.
sphere, let's say. So yeah, ideally what I would want to do later is just to work in performance as a kinesiologist, and
Hmm.
then probably still have like my coaching business on the side, just like doing both because I really love coaching and it
Yeah.
really does not feel like a job just
Yeah.
because I love it so much. And yeah, also working as a kinesiologist would be pretty sweet.
I think it's such a great point because it is like there's we have the gym, we have this media company. We're going to be live streaming the championships, both the Commonwealth and the World Masters. We have a music label. We produce our own music for the championships. We have a development academy. We have a sports agency or an agency business. So all of these things that are built up around the gym over the years, but there's nothing like being in the gym with your athletes. It's something very special. It's more you're more relaxed when you leave the gym than when you arrive. It's like a mini holiday from life.
Yes.
So I think, and just a point I wanted to make on coaching that you said earlier. Starting out, you believe you don't have a lot of experience, and I think a lot of people who would make great coaches and should consider coaching are, well, I don't know enough. I'll need to study for 10 more years. I need to do this. You don't need to know everything to be a good coach. You need to know a little bit more than your athlete that you're coaching or your friend that you're coaching, and you need to know how to do it safely. And you become a good coach by doing lots and lots of coaching. So we'd rather encourage people just to start, do it safely, start. And I think for a lot of younger athletes, particularly, absolutely good idea. Cheers.
Cheers.
So you've got to stay hydrated. The For a lot of younger
Exactly.
athletes, there's so much confusing stuff out there. You go online and you find all of these videos. One saying sumo, one saying conventional, one saying sumo with your toes up, one saying sumo with one toe up. All of these crazy different things, and they become overwhelming for new lifters, for younger lifters. They should find a coach and stick with the coach. Give the coach a year or two. We have in my gym. There's a big sign on the wall, and it's been with us through the last 4 or 5 locations. There's rule number one: trust the coach and try it, because that's how you build consistency. Then, by the way, I thought you'd appreciate this, Claude. I have a client, Michelle, who has been with me since pretty much the beginning, and there's a little asterisk next to it, and it says only Michelle is exempt from this rule. So she's the Michelle is the only one who doesn't have to do what I ask. So you're always going to find those clients. So for you, with the coaching business within the sport of powerlifting, how have you seen the sport change the lives of your athletes?
Yes, okay, so I did see like powerlifting like just like help especially like my younger lifters just be more
Mm.
accountable of what they do. Because
Hmm.
like external factors are a big part of how like you perform in powerlifting. So
Absolutely.
sometimes they just like, oh wow, so this poor well like this like poorly executed session is completely my fault. And yeah, it is. Sometimes in life you have to take like some responsibility for like the mistakes you're doing. I mean, if you're not sleeping, if you're not studying for an exam, don't
Yep.
expect to have a good grade. Just like the same like if you did not eat prior to a big SBD session or like something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it helped like a lot of especially like my younger lifters just to be more accountable and just like to grow up and be a bit more mature also. And yeah,
Absolutely.
I also feel like in like the communication part, it just
Hmm.
helps a lot of people just to like build up how they communicate to people and just talk about issues because I mean sometimes in life with like your boss, your
Mm.
girlfriend, wife, anything, like you will have to talk about some like harder stuff and just like to talk about some problems and not complain about those problems. Just try to figure out a way to solve them. And I feel like also like this is like a great like coach and athlete relationship, just like to a
Hmm.
way that like it helps both people just to find solutions and just like be more comfortable with like having uncomfortable talks, pretty much.
Yes. I think the quality of our life is determined by the number of uncomfortable talks we're willing to have. Because that's standing up for
Mm.
yourself for sure. And then also with your younger athletes, they start to learn that if they're eating badly, if they're sleeping late, if they're up on the PlayStation until 4 in the morning, that they're not going to get the results that they want in the gym.
Yes, 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 exactly.
So one of the things that we've been able to do over the years with our development work, with our development academy, is going into disadvantaged schools and bringing in powerlifting to some of these schools that serve kids from very, very poor communities. Sometimes you're getting kids that are coming into school without shoes and like having eaten for 2 days and so on. And there can be a lot of challenges with drugs, with violence, with gangs. And the thing with the powerlifting is it gives the youth the understanding that it's better to look after yourself and be in the gym rather than go out onto the street and drink and take drugs and misbehave. Because if you do that, you're not lifting the same amount of weight that your friends are, and everyone wants to be the strongest in the gym. So it's a great way to keep kids off the street.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes, yeah, and especially for powerlifting, I feel like because it's like a pretty low entry cost sport.
yes.
Like you don't need to have like those like those fancy kilos, that $380 SBD belt. Like you don't
Yep.
need all of that stuff. You can just go in the gym, train, and just get like better just by doing that. So
Yep.
it's
That's it.
yeah, I feel like it's a really good project that
Yep.
like you just talked about. It's very heartwarming to see that.
Thank you. What does the community mean to you? What have you gotten out of the community so far?
Yes. Uh, like, are you talking like
The
like
powerlifting
specifically about like the
community
community in?
in
Okay,
powerlifting.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, yes. So, I mean, I got a lot out of it, especially more knowledge, and
Mm,
just like opened my eyes to see that like things can be very different from people to people and
mm-hmm.
still work. So, just like if some people like are doing some like weird stuff, like don't judge them. Just like let them do their stuff because it might be
Mm-hmm.
working super well for them. Yeah, so it just
Sure.
kind of like helped me also just have like a better like critical thinking because sometimes I mean like you see some lifters doing some weird stuff, but then you just try to get to know the why behind, and I feel
Yes.
like it's a really cool thing because like you can just like open like your mind to more ideas, and like it's like great way also like to network with other coaches, other
Yes.
lifters and everything. So yeah, I feel like the community, especially when it's like on like the right side and like not on like
Mm-hmm.
the hateful side of the
Yes.
community, I feel like it can be very enriching. Is
Yes.
that a word in
Enriching.
English?
Great
I'm
word.
not sure. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I feel like it can be very enriching just
Enriching.
for like everyone to just
Yeah.
communicate and go through that stuff.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. What are you expecting for Sun City for coming out now for your first international? Because you also picked a fantastic competition. The it's Commonwealth and World Masters at the same time. So there's going to be over 1,000 lifters and all the coaches and support staff. It's going to be fantastic. So what are your expectations?
Yes, well, that would be amazing. I'm looking forward to see everyone from I mean all over the world,
Mm, yeah.
because I mean that would be very nice. That would probably be uh, like the most people. Well, that is definitely the most people I've ever seen at a meet, of course,
Yep.
because I mean that's a
It's
good
the
amount of
most
people.
people at a
But
meet
yeah,
ever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm looking forward very much to see all of like the other teams, because like I have never talked to someone from Great Britain, from South
Mm-mm.
Africa, and like all of those countries. So I'm really just looking forward to talk to everyone and see like the different cultures and everything, and maybe even trade some like some SB
Merch.
shirts or
Yeah.
socks or stuff like that.
The
Yeah,
guys love
exactly.
that, absolutely, for sure.
Yes.
It's going to be a great comp, and the atmosphere at Sun City is always fantastic because it's such a wonderful resort. Each of the hotels has its own big pool. There's massive gardens. You're staying in the middle of a game reserve, and pretty much, and it's a huge resort. So there's a lot of time off the platform to spend and connect with other lifters, either at the swimming pool or at the restaurants or at the entertainment center. So it's a great place to be. Valley of Waves, the tidal pool is the water park is open now this time. We've missed it the last two times because the competitions were in winter. It's going to be warmer. So yeah, there's some big water slides. There's a wave pool, which is fantastic. There's a beach. You're lying on the beach by the sea in the middle of the African bush. It's absolutely wonderful. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, well, I'm really looking forward for all of that and
Mm.
just to once again see everyone and just
Yeah.
have a bunch of fun over there, you know?
Absolutely. And I think what's great is with these podcasts, hopefully people will see you and go, hey, you're Claude. I saw you on the podcast. So for sure.
Yes.
From if you were to chat to someone sort of your age, maybe a little bit younger, why should they get involved in powerlifting? What's the value for them?
Yeah. Well, I feel like once again it just has a really good carryover to life and just
Hmm.
teaches you like that some days are good, some days are bad, and that sometimes like you just need to keep pushing, you know? And well, you always just need to keep pushing, of course. But yeah, so
Absolutely.
like sometimes like bad stuff happens, you just need to keep your head up and
Mm.
just keep doing the work, you know? Just like you're having a bad day at work, unfortunate, but keep working and like you'll
Keep
get a
going at it.
better day at work and then oh, a bad day with like your girlfriend, like you just had an argument or whatever. Like you like some stuff like that happens. You just need to
Mm-mm.
figure out a way to make it work and then just keep pushing, you know?
Absolutely. So where are you training at the moment? Are you still training at home? Are you training at a gym?
Yeah, I'm currently training in my home gym. I
Okay.
bought some calibrated plates, competition rack, stiff bar, everything. So yeah, I have my full comp approved equipment in my home gym with
Oh,
also like a
fantastic.
cable stack, some
Yeah.
dumbbells. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good in my home gym.
Okay, awesome. And then what are the plans for the future? What are the goals and the dreams within powerlifting for you?
Yes. I mean, I would of course love going to Worlds, but
Mm-hmm.
the competition in 83 juniors in the CPU, so the Canadian
You
Powerlifting Union,
yeah, yeah.
is
You picked a good
it's a pretty
division,
big
eh?
competition, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's a very big division because like there's a bunch of competitive guys. Like there's like Lucas
Mm,
Steele who's super young and hitting like
mm-mm,
102 GL or something crazy like that. Then there's also like a bunch of other guys like Logan Heffron just doing like 730 in
mm.
83s and yeah, there's a bunch of monsters, you know. So
Yeah.
it'll be pretty hard, but I mean that's still the end goal, you know. I'm pretty young still. I still have 3 years in juniors left.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, but yeah, so that would be
Okay.
the goal. If it does not happen, unfortunate, but another time, you know?
The one thing that comes from every conversation when I speak to older powerlifters, people who have been doing it for 6, 10, 15, 20 years, the one thing that they say is if you want it, you can get it. You just have to stick to it for long enough in the sport. It's about the consistency, it's about the time in, it's about focusing on what you have to do to get what you want. So 3 years, it's a long time, and you have that opportunity. And worst case scenario, if it doesn't happen within juniors, you'll be in the best prepared shape of your life going into opens. So, that's it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So it's a wonderful, wonderful sport to be in, and you can do this until you're in your 90s. So we we have an athlete. He'll be at Commonwealth and Worlds. Dan Oppenheim. He's going to be a Master 5 next year, and he's been
Wow.
competing. He's been competing since the 1970s. So, it's 50 odd years on the platform. It's a lot of time. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, if you meet him, you can say, "Hey, Dan, I'm coming for your records." So, planning a lot of time in the sport for sure.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, wow.
Is there anything else from your side that you'd like to talk about or discuss? Anyone you'd like to say hello to or hi to?
Yes, well, I would like to say hello to Yumi, and hopefully he does not forget about a podcast because he's rather clumsy at times. So maybe just shoot
Hang
him like
on.
a quick message just to make sure that,
The baby crying, that's you, Muse. Okay.
yes.
We'll check now quickly. Okay, cool. Yep. I
Yeah, so
think
just maybe shoot him like a quick little message, because he might forget. Sometimes
okay.
he forgets to answer me, to call me, and just to, yeah. So
Uh,
so just to make sure. But yeah. So other than that, I would like to say thank you to my parents, of course. They're always doing a lot for me.
yes.
Always been there, and yeah, always been pushing me in powerlifting, just helping me out. So
Oh, that's very, very cool. It's very messy. Steve here says, very good interview, very hung. Oh, here we go. So, Steve is one of my favorite powerlifters in South Africa. And he's saying, very good interview, very humble young chap. Good luck, Alex. So, there, you're getting South Africans
well,
wishing
thank you
you
very
good
much,
luck.
Steve.
Yeah. And Steve is South African and half British, half Nigerian. So, he's a fantastic
Mm.
guy. We did. I have messaged him already, but he hasn't responded yet. So let's see if he's if he remembers.
I'll
Otherwise,
call
you
him if anything.
okay? Thank you. We appreciate that. Otherwise, you and I can bully him a little bit in South Africa when we're there. So I'm looking forward to meeting him in person.
Yes.
We can take him into the corner and just say what happened with the podcast.
Yes.
Or we'll take him for some really good curry, and he can get the spicy curry up. So you're going to eat a fortune. You're going to be the envy of everyone. Sticking in 93s, you're going to you're going to eat. You're going to fuel yourself so well, the weight's going to fly up.
Oh
You're going to have
yes.
a fantastic competition. I know it.
Oh yes. Quick
So,
little question for you.
sure, please.
What would you be suggesting me for like well to eat over there? Like what are like the top three things I should definitely eat while I'm there?
So, are you staying just in Sun City, or are you coming to Johannesburg and Cape Town as well?
I'll just be staying in Sun City at
Okay.
the resort.
So I think there's a traditional restaurant right opposite the venue, but they actually do a fantastic pizza, which is great. The burgers are great, the steaks are great. Just try and get in as much steak as you can. The pricing's good, the burgers are good. The food is really reasonable. South African beer, everybody loves it. And the one thing I'll suggest is Sun City is renowned for its fantastic breakfasts. So if I can give you some advice, if you think you should be at breakfast at 8 o'clock because you've got time, come to breakfast at 7 o'clock. Give yourself an extra hour at breakfast because the food is great. There's so much of it. Everything from sausages to bacon to beef, then to salmon to cheese to the different kinds of eggs to pancakes and flapjacks and ice cream and chocolate sauce and all the fruits. It's absolutely fabulous. The coffee bars are great at breakfast. They got great coffees. And sometimes the monkeys, because we're right on the game reserve, they come in and try and steal the food. And then the guys come out with the paintball guns, the security guards. They don't shoot the monkeys, but the monkeys see the guns and they run. So that's always a lot of fun. So just keep an eye on your food, else you might find a monkey stealing it when you
Perfect.
come back to your plate. So yeah, that's it. We have traditional dishes in South Africa like mapani worms, which are basically like big white worms that you can eat. They're quite tasty. They grill them. That kind of traditional African food. You definitely need to try pap. Pap is basically African polenta. So it's really good with a tomato and onion relish, like a tomato onion gravy, really good. Boerewors, which is our traditional sausage, and really, really delicious as well. So there's a lot of places to get a good meal. I'm going to put out a video. We've been wanting to speak to someone from Sun City, I'd get them onto the show to chat to them about what's going on, what people can look forward to. They haven't come back to us yet. If I don't hear from them this week, I may take an early trip out to Sun City and back and just take a walk around and shoot a video for you guys. Drive in, let you see what the resort looks
Mm,
like, what the venue looks like. I mean, just it won't be set up yet, but and then take a walk around
mm.
the venue and chat to the guys there. So it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope that answers the question. Good coffee, and you see, your phone loved the good coffee. So,
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
My phone, I think he needs a bit of coffee right now.
yeah, absolutely. Or what, your phone's a referee watching the bench, so it's looking for the bottom. See, check, see if the bottom's coming
Yes,
off the
exactly.
bench. So yeah, it's a great place to come. The South Africans are friendly. The South Africans that work at the resort love international guests. They love talking about their culture and their community. So we've got 11 official languages in South Africa, a lot of different tribes. So you can talk to
Wow.
people, where are you from? Where did you grow up? What language do you speak? Can you teach me a few words? And they'll absolutely love it, especially like your hotel staff for sure. South Africans, we love greeting one another. So you saying hello or good morning to everybody that you meet. They absolutely love it, and they'll greet you back, and it makes their day. You can teach a bit of French. But you might find a couple of guys that are working there, sort of from Congo or some of the other French-speaking areas in Africa, and then that'll be a lot of fun as well. So it's really cool. It's a Sun City is the best venue that I've been to for an international. And I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud
Mm.
that it's our home, and we get to share it with the world.
Yes, very excited
Yeah.
also to see all of the venue and to taste all of that
Yes.
wonderful food because
Yep.
yeah, I have a lot of room to be
to
eating.
to make it up. Absolutely, I think South African wine is pretty good, so we'd always value your opinion on what you think. So yeah, it's we can get some pretty good food. My favorite restaurant in the whole of Sun City is a Greek restaurant that's in the Cascades, which is one of the main hotels on the swimming pool, and it's surrounded by water. So it's fabulous. The doors are open at night in summer. You're surrounded by the swimming pool. You walk over a little. They do fantastic pizza as well. They do fantastic steaks. The food is really, really good. So to go and relax there with a couple of friends after the day, have something to eat, have some drinks, and then just chill. And then you go up to the main deck at the Cascades, sit and have a coffee, and just watch the African sky, look over the gardens and the golf course. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful place to be. You feel you're in Africa, and it's the best of Africa that's available. So it's wonderful. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I think I did a good sales pitch there for Sun City. So yeah,
Yes, 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 yes.
yeah.
Very good.
No, listen. I've been going. I was telling Emily, who I was chatting to a little bit earlier this morning, like I've been going to Sun City since I think it was built in 1976. So I've been going since I was 5 years old. So it's fantastic. I mean
Wow.
that venue, the Super Bowl, which is the main concert venue there. I mean, it was opened by Frank Sinatra, Sun City. So they've had some legends appearing. Queen has appeared there. Donna, so like really, really
Wow.
amazing people. So yeah, it's a very special resort worldwide.
That's
So
perfect.
awesome. So looking forward to meeting you there. Looking forward to showing you around a little bit. Showing, I was saying to Angel earlier that I love all the teams, I love all the countries, but Team Canada's got a very special place in my heart. We had a fantastic time at World Bench last year. That's why I wore the colours today. So for you
Perfect.
guys.
Beautiful.
Oh, fantastic! But I just wanted to say again, really, it's meant a lot to me, Claude, that you agreed to come on. We're honored to chat to you, and thank you for sharing your story and your journey and what powerlifting means to you.
Well, the thank you all goes to you very much. I mean, thank you once again for having me over, and thank you for all of this introduction to
Oh,
South Africa. I'll be looking forward to well meet you over there, and of course
absolutely.
have a little coffee over there together. And yeah,
For,
so thank you
you
once
got
again
it.
for everything. It was a blast.
Thank you, Claude. Again, it was my honor, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. Have a safe trip. I hope you're able to get a lot of rest on it, and I hope you're able to eat
Yes.
in front of your teammates that are cutting weight.
Yes.
So for sure,
Yes,
awesome,
yes,
man.
yes.
All right, we will see you in South
Well,
Africa in
thank
a
you
few.
very
Oh, so
much.
yeah, yeah, of course. No, my absolute pleasure. Merci beaucoup.
Very good French.
Merci.
So yeah,
Okay.
what did you
Cool.
want to say at the end? Sorry, I kind of like cut
Oh,
you off a bit.
yeah, no, so, yeah, just eat your, making sure that you're eating and teasing your teammates. It's going to be awesome. All right.
Yes, perfect. I will do
Okay.
just that.
Fantastic, Lord. Thank you for your time. We'll see you in South Africa.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Bye
Yes,
bye.
see you there.
Sure. Bye.
Bye bye.
What a lovely young man, a humble young athlete, and a coach. So if you're in his area, look him up, and I'm sure he can help you out online as well. We are fortunate to have him in our community, and just I've had such fantastic interviews today and over the course of this week. Absolutely loving it. Thank you for your time, guys. So in about 20 minutes we're going to be chatting to Philip Wilkins, the legend. Met him. He's been on the podcast before, and we chatted to him at World Bench in Sun City. Looking forward to having him on just in over 20 minutes. Thank you for your time. And just really, it was wonderful to chat to Claude and coming out for his first international. That's always something so special for powerlifters. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you thought of the interview. And we always appreciate your feedback. Big thank you to Steve. Thank you for sharing your comments live. Let us have your comments on the stream or on the podcast now. For Philip, we'll be chatting to him in 20 minutes. And we've got another 3 athletes after that lined up for today, provided Yumi arrives. So we're looking forward to having you join us then. You've been watching Coffee and Conversations with Champions, the powerlifting edition for Emmet Media. I'm Nicholas Single. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in about 20 minutes.